Hello, Minecrafters, and welcome to episode 30 of our Let's Play Infinity. And so here we are inside of what used to be our wither spawner. Because working some with the draconic evolution, I'm finding quickly that it uses a few nether stars. Few being quite a few in just about everything, if it has any power. So, one of the things I thought we'd do today is go ahead and rebuild our wither spawner with a little more oomph. In other words, we'll make it automated. So, as before, we're working with the fused quartz because it's cheap and easy to make, and it still works. So, yeah. Figured we'd go ahead and experiment with a couple of things on this and see how we could get this to work and see if I can remember how to fly and navigate and not just, go squirrely all over the place. So yeah, and there's my wand. Builder's wand makes this much easier. Builder's wand makes pretty much all construction much easier. So there you go. Alright, so basically what I've got is I've got the floor, then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one will be where our mob grinder from Draconic Evolution goes. This has a range of 9 by 9. So the block it's in, up 4, down 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place it. At least that's what I'm doing. And so then we want to go up another 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is where we will start the area for our wither. Because as soon as it spawns, it's going to drop. So we want to make sure that, we give it as much drop as we can, but we want to make sure that wherever it's at in here, we're going to be able to get it. So bring that up one more, and that up one more, and bring it across. And so then that's the general shape of our wither, where we've got soul sand there, and then the skulls up top. And we'll get that finished up here in just a second. And we'll bring that up even, and then bring this over. And one of the things I want to try and do is figure out a way to extract the items, not get in the way, and not have whatever we're extracting blow up. So I'm kind of experimenting with an idea. And I'm thinking if I bring it out with water, that it might work. I don't know, we'll find out. So what I was thinking is if we kind of made this little outcropping and take that one off, knock a hole here, put some water in here like this. And, as I've said before, water is going to find, anytime water goes to flow or drop, it's going to find the first down location. So that's why I dug that out. That way it doesn't keep flowing off and over there. And anyways, kind of keeps it contained here. And let's see, we'll close this back up. If I can aim straight. Alright, so now we've got water flowing there, so anything that gets dropped in here should get pushed out this way. The explosion is going to radiate out this hole, so I was thinking if we put a vacuum hopper above it, there, it shouldn't be affected by the blast radius. And so then I've got a chest and a tank. So this side, I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to items and just left click once. And that's going to put this little output which means items are getting output over here, and you'll notice the blue ring, which matches the blue background. Now, if you come over here and then click here and then left click, you'll see it comes up with a little green ring, but it's inset more than the blue ring. So the middle ring is items, the green ring or the inner ring is liquid. And then I'm going to take these tanks and put that there. These are the tanks from Open Blocks, which are really easy to make and work really well. So in theory, once our wither blows up in there and the items and the experience balls, or whatever you want to call them, come out, they should get vacuumed up into here, with the items going into the chest and the experience going into the tank. Okay, so next what we want to do is we want to put down our mob grinder. And that is going to go right there. When you place this, it faces you, so that's why I left this hole here. That way we could place it facing us, and that would have it taken care of. So I guess let's close this up on the top. And we'll just give this a manual test run and see how it does. And we'll take a block of coal, throw it in there. Where's my switch? There you are. And we'll throw a switch on there. That should be charging up off that block. Yep. And we'll cut our switch on, so it's giving this a redstone signal, so it won't start attacking yet. The reason I do this is if you don't do the redstone signal and you leave this always active, it will not affect a player. But when the wither spawns and drops, as soon as that wither is in this thing's range, it starts attacking. And if you know withers, when they first spawn, they are invulnerable. So they're immune to any damage. So this thing is hacking away at it, using its power up. And so by the time the wither is finally able to be attacked and this kills it, it's almost out of energy. So that's one of the reasons I use the switch. Now, let's see, I need to go get some wither spawning stuff. And we'll get that. And a few of those. And let's spawn a wither and see what's going to happen. So I'll do it just a little bit below, just to make sure that he's got, you know, room to drop before he's going to try and come out of here. So like that. And then once he pops, we'll flip the switch and see what happens. Alright, so then we do that, and well, the experience went. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I always forget about that ring. And so then that stuff goes and it gets vacuumed up. So, well, looks like all that part of it worked. That's one bucket, because that's half a bucket there, of experience. And there's our item. So that part of it looks pretty good. So the next part of this is going to be still be in the house. I know I had some parts out and some parts I didn't, and everything else should be over here. Alright, so there's another chest, block placers, hyper rationing pipes, transfer node, that. Now we'll just grab all this. And let's sleep through the night, so we've got a little more daylight. So hopefully this will be a little bit easier to explain, and hopefully I won't get too terribly confused. Now, normally what I would do is use block placers and autonomous activators, because block placers seem to do better with blocks, and the autonomous activator seems to do better with entities. things smaller than a block, like the wither skulls. But autonomous activators require power now, and as you're going to see, this is going to be a little difficult to set up. But yeah, let me just get on with it, and I'll show you what I mean. Now, so our plan is to use this, and these are going to place the blocks. And let's see, we'll have the blocks in here, they'll place it on a redstone signal, and hopefully assemble this. So one of the things we're going to want to do is use a stone cover, or any kind of cover really, and separate this, so that when we put our hyper rationing pipes here, then the ones for the soul sand, okay, maybe that needs to be down a level. And now I don't have my ring on, so all the stuff's going down there. Alright, so now that I've got those placed, where'd they go? There they are. Now let's put this there. There we go. Now I should be able to place these. That way the soul sand and the skulls don't get confused as to where they were supposed to be. And let's take and put, I guess I can go ahead and put it closer than that. That way it'll go ahead and attach. Well, no, actually, once I put this on there, that should attach. So I'll put that there. And then on the other side over here, I'll put the other chest and this transfer node that way. And then we can just put our soul sand in here and our wither skulls in here. And the rationing pipe will only put one in the inventory at a time. That way we'll only try and place one wither at a time. Now this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because now we have to get a redstone signal to each of these. And if you'll notice, there's really no way to attach directly to this one. So what my plan is to break there and there. And then I'm going to place the redstone insulated conduit here and here. And good, I do have a wrench. Now what I want to do with this is shift left click, and I want the upside. I want it to be in and out strong. And then I also want to do that for, let's see, that's the east. Or actually, if I just right click there, then I can come over here, right click, and make that a strong signal. And the reason for that is when you make this a strong signal, then not only will it power this block, but it will be strong enough for this block to power that one. And then we're going to do the same over here. Come back down, make that a strong, make that a strong. And these two should power all four of these. So then we'll just bring that out one more time and connect. Now what we're going to do is, I could do all of them, or this might work. If I just put that one there, come under it, right click, go up until this one's strong signal. if I'm not mistaken, it should energize this one and this one off of this one due to the strong signal. So then we'll just bring that out and connect it here. And then, tell you what, let's test this. Oh, need my lever. Okay, and actually I want to get some sand. I know I have sands here somewhere. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to come over here and drop the sand in. So this should drop down. And even though it goes past 3, which is what we have there, the remainder of it is going to sit here for now. Now what I want to do is I'll take my cobblestone and place it there. And then I can take this switch, place it here, and just do that. And as you can see, it just dropped 3. But it did drop all 3, even though we're only actually plugged into 1 because of the strong signal that we've got it set on. And so now I'll come down here, break this out, and hopefully be able to get my dirt back out without making a mess. Maybe, possibly. Nope, the water's going to come this way. And the reason is that, well, let me get it fixed and then I'll show you. It's all math. And now we gotta close that off. Oh wait, I can probably reach this one from here. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, and now I can probably break this one. But when I broke this out, then this down was closer than that down. So that's why it came out this hole. Alright, but it looks like this is all working correctly, so I can take that off and that off, and I hope I have enough to run this down here. Let's see. So I'm going to come down 1, then go in, and go down to there. And let's see, we are facing north. Now I can cut that off. So shift left click, north, in and out. Now, I guess we don't need a strong signal now, we just do a regular signal. Is that going to be right? I think that should be right. Or do I need to invert the signal? I've got my timer. I've got my wireless. I can't remember. Darn it. Let's see. I don't want a button on that. Redstone signal keeps it from going on. Actually, I think I am going to need to invert that signal. Hold on just a minute and let me make one more thing and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I've got it, and I guess we'll find out here soon enough. So I guess one of the things I want to do is take that one and that one off, and I'll put a piece of cobble. We'll go there, and then the knot gate, yeah, like that. And then that down here, and then that there. So You just saw this. It was spinning, and now it cut off because we have a signal going down to it. And then I want to do that. Okay. Then I'll take another piece of cobble, put it here, and put one there. Now I'll drop the timer here and activate that. So every time this makes a signal, it sends the redstone signal out there. And as you can see, this twitch, because it's instantly, for just an instant, it's cutting off the signal there. And we'll go over here and see if we can get the sand out. There we go. All right, and let's see, the last thing I wanted to do is, that's transmitter, that's receiver. I want to place a wireless redstone receiver here. And then I'll take and bring this. I'll put the transmitter there. And then that switch that we had earlier, we'll just put right here. Now this I want to set at, we'll make that and give it a name of Wither Spawner. And then we'll come up here and have it match. Like so. So in theory, once I come down here, flip this on, it should cut all of this off. So see, now we're giving this a redstone signal, which stops the clock, which will keep this from sending a redstone signal here. So no signal will go there. However, our NOT gate will keep a steady signal here. So that won't run and this won't drop until we do that. Now, the last thing we want to do is we want to change our timer. And if I'm not mistaken, withers spawn, or their invulnerable state is about 12 seconds. So I want to put this on 13. Now, we currently have nothing in here and nothing in here. So I want to come over here and put 6. Now it's going to put 1 in each of these, and the other 3 will sit there until those empty out. Then I want to put, it's hard to count it when it does that, but I think it took too many. Nope, it didn't. Alright, so I need to give it 2 more. Okay, so now we've got 1 in each of these and 4 in here. So currently we have enough for 2 withers. And so make sure this is set on 13. Now, in theory, I also want to take my magnet off. In theory, once I flip this switch, we should get a wither to spawn. Then that wither will, during its invulnerable state, will float down toward the water. Once it becomes vulnerable, this will activate, will kill this one, and it will spawn another one at the same time, which will then descend as well. So let's see how this does. Now it's going to take 13 seconds from flipping the switch before it starts. So once that hits there, we should get a wither. Oh, something didn't time right. Alright. Yep, it didn't place them on. It just placed it out there. It didn't actually place it on the soul sand. So hold on just a minute and let me see if I can figure something out here. I'll be right back. Alright, so basically what I'm going to try and do is go back to the way that I would normally do it with the autonomous activators, and hope that'll work. Why are they not in from the back? Ah, that's what I got to change. There we go. I was gonna say there should be one in each of these. And there it is. So there should be one skull in each, with 3 here, and one in each of those, with 4 here for the second one. I've got the autonomous activators set to activate on a redstone signal high, and so let's give this one more try. Alright, so our timer comes around here at 13 seconds. Then at 13 seconds, it'll click here and should spawn a wither. So now we'll come down, and once he goes boom, about 1 second after, he should die, and another one spawn. And, well, that's weird. Oh, that's not good. It did damage. I don't know what to do to stop that. I didn't think he would damage it. Now that's really strange though, because he damaged that one, but not that one. Alright, let me reset, and I guess I'll have to get another block. Let me reset and try this again. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I've got a guess, and I'm going to play it out and see if it works. I found out something interesting though. You can take the conduit facade from Ender.io and paint it like fused quartz. So what I'm thinking might be going on, oh wow, that's interesting. That's that's interesting. You can see through it, but you can't see what is in it. Wow, that's, yeah, okay. That's almost disturbing. But anyways, what I'm thinking might have happened is that block didn't have anything under it, so the explosion was able to get to it, whereas that one was shielded with a block under it. So I don't know, may or may not work. We shall see. So we'll throw 4 of you in, and we'll take 2, 3, throw 3 of you in. There should be 1 in each, and 1 in each of these. Alright, and I guess I'll go ahead and do my 4 in there, so I'll have 4 in waiting, and I lost a skull somewhere. Oh, you're still in there. Okay, so put that in there, and that's our 3 for the next run. And let's flip the switch and see how we do this time. So our timer goes, and at 13 seconds it will spawn like that. Then that plays through its little thing, and I need to make sure I don't have my ring on. So then that'll pop, and it still broke that. That is really odd. Alright, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some more parts. I'm going to move this up a couple more, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got this, basically just this section moved 2 higher. Oh, right. Sitting there thinking, there's something missing. There's something missing. Yeah, I might want to put these in. And these. So, and as you can see, I haven't tried it yet. But we're going to find out together if moving this 2 higher is the fix that we needed. So I should have 4 remaining in here, 1 in each of these, and there, and then this should have 1 in each, and 3 here. Okay, and like I said, all of this area is moved 2 higher. Everything else from here and that and all that stayed where it's at. So let's go down here and cut on our switch. Then, as before, we wait our 13 seconds. Oh, let me take this out. And as it hits 13, right, let's turn that one on. There. Now, as it hits 13, that spawns and comes down here. And it continues to fall until it gets down here. Now we'll watch it pop. Then it'll die, and the next one will spawn. Ta-da! Oh, he's wearing glasses. And he dies, and the next one would spawn. So, we now have our wither spawner. And all of our items should be over here. Leftovers. And all of our experience over here. And then I will eventually pipe that over into this. So, yeah, sweet. Now we have an automated method for getting withers. So let's run a few more. Let's see. So that'll be 12. Okay, I've got that cut off. Let's put 12 sand in here, soul sand in there, and 9 skulls in there. And we'll just kick back and watch this go. But I do believe that will take care of it for this episode. So we now have an automated wither spawner. That was good timing. That we can pretty much run it as long as we want to. I did end up having to put power up top in order to run our autonomous activators. And so what I may end up doing is just running power down here to this as well. And then that's timed out pretty good. Kills one, spawns another. I think I like it. And there we go. So, oh shoot, I messed up the numbers on the thing by catching that one little bobble. But yeah, and I might go ahead and void the division sigils off because I've got a few. But yeah, I think that'll take care of this. So we now have an automated... Oh, I don't have power up here. Ooh. Alright, they don't take much power, and I guess they're still powered up from back in the day when I had them running those. Because I used to do that with the autonomous activators instead of the farmer. So yeah, I guess I do need to get some power up here. I had it, I just forgot to put it in. Oh well. But anyways, this is working. So we now have a working wither spawner, and like I said, I can just run power on down through here. Just run it straight down that line. I guess I'll have to go around that and then into there. So yeah, I believe we have a wither spawner. So I believe that will do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did like it, make sure to click like. And if you have any questions, want to make any suggestions, anything like that, make sure to post that down below, and we'll see what we can do about getting things resolved. But most of all, I just hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you'll take care, and God bless.